got a special guest today.
We do have a special guest today, and we'll see how it goes. She does not have a microphone because she does not talk. But she is my little. What do you call this thing? She's my little friend. She's my companion.
Yeah.
She's my travel partner. She's my work partner.
Do you ever call her Junie?
All the time.
All the time. That's what we call. Because we had a dog named June.
You did have a dog named June.
And we called her Junie.
Junebug. We're going to see if she can stay there for an hour.
Oh, she'll be fine. She heard her name. She said, "You said my name." Is her official name June, or is it short for something like... ours was Junebug, but we would
Juniper.
Just Juniper.
So Juniper is a tree that grows out west. It's not around here.
Yeah.
And the wood is like this deep red.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And it has like an aroma when you burn it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can buy juniper incense. And I love the smell of it and the look. And then I wanted a red field cocker, and Juniper just came to me.
It's a great name. Junie.
It's a tree. You're going to stay there. You're going to stay right there.
Over and she wags her tail when I say her name.
What's new in your world, man?
Oh, man.
What's news? You got...
I don't have any news.
You went hunting?
I did go hunting. I took my 14-year-old Will. We call him Wilbur. We went on a little Dad Wilbur date.
Yep.
2 nights away. Stayed at the tiny houses on top of the plateau. Went to Baggenstoss Farms, which your brother told me about. I didn't know it existed.
If you take your wife Kimberly to the plateau, you go to the mountains. If you take Wilbur, it's the plateau.
It's the plateau.
I like that.
It's definitely the plateau. Baggenstoss Farms.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, if you look them up, they're in... I had no idea they existed. They're like 10 minutes from our places. 10 minutes. I mean, it's in Tracy City. Tracy City is in Grundy County, Tennessee.
Now I went down to the Grundy County.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That was about Tennessee.
It was about Tennessee.
It was the county?
Of course, Grundy County.
Okay, we're on the map.
Yeah, we're on the map.
Okay.
And Grundy County, one of the more rural counties in Tennessee.
Yep, I don't see many of those license plates.
And this place, they're on about 800, 900 acres, so not crazy big. And we killed pheasant, quail, and chucker.
Gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's great.
It was a fun time.
Yeah.
We warmed up. They've got a little 12 stand. Is that what they call it?
I think it's 5
stand. 5 stand.
5 stand.
Yep, 5 stand. So you've got a little 5 stand spot.
Yeah.
And kind of like you've been out to Signature. You know that shooting house you go out to where you're just warming up and shooting clays and stuff? Same thing. Just a little outbuilding structure and a guy standing there with a remote. And
just get with the shoulder warmed up.
Just get it warmed up, get your eye working, all that good stuff. And then walked around, for a couple hours. And I let him do most of the shooting. He was a good shot.
That's so great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I might look at the turkey more than you today. We got cameras up at the farm right now.
They're everywhere.
And they're everywhere.
Yes, they're gobbling all over our place. Every day we're hearing them.
And here's an invitation. Every time I see a turkey, I see a predator right after it. On the camera, like real.
Yeah.
So we have coyotes. Mm-hmm. We have foxes. I'm gonna say plural because I can't tell the difference. Maybe there's 2. Maybe it's the same dude.
Yeah.
And dude, we have a bobcat, a big one.
Yeah. Oh.
And we're right here in Franklin. He's right over there.
Yes.
And so I'm not gonna kill the bobcat. I don't think I'm gonna kill a fox. I don't think you're allowed to.
I'm not sure you're allowed to. I know. I would have to.
But that coyote it's a free invitation. Anytime you go, let me know, and we can go down there and try to pluck him.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
I think the very first time I ever went turkey hunting, I had no idea what I was doing. I went with we had just moved out to our place, and so we thought, oh man, 18 acres, we're going to just be covered up with stuff. And a buddy of mine and I got our shotguns, and just walked down to the bottom field, and there's this like a dry creek that runs along the property line, and we sat in this dry creek against a tree, back to back.
Yeah.
We had no idea what we were doing. We were just going to sit there. And, dude, we didn't see a daggum turkey at all. And I'm sitting there with my gun, and I just keep my head, like, moving like this.
Like they're watching you.
Looking for turkey. And I went like this, and I turned back this way, and I am not kidding you. From here to that chair, we're talking about 15 feet, there was a bobcat just looking at me.
Where was this?
At our place.
Oh.
At our house.
Okay.
13 years ago.
Okay.
And I was like...
And he's looking right at you.
He was looking right at me. And I was like... And I had no idea, like, am I allowed to shoot him?
To that chair?
So close. So close.
And you didn't even hear him. You had no idea.
I had no idea. I just kept my head swiveling, like, real slow like this.
Bro.
And I went away one time, and when I came back, he was right there. And he was just looking at me. And I was like...
Do you think you were having more of a moment, or him?
I think probably... Well, I don't know.
There's a dude
question.
right here.
Yeah, I know.
But he must have crept up on you.
Oh, he definitely crept up on me.
So it's definitely more of a shock for you.
Yeah, and we had a little, like, slate call that we were trying to use. So I don't know.
He's like, I'm going to go eat a turkey.
I'm going to go eat a turkey right now.
This is a great breakfast.
I didn't know, but it was the first time.
And your buddy's on the other side of the tree?
Yeah, like we're back to back.
So you can't
he's
elbow
facing
him.
this way, and I'm facing this way, and just moving. And, dude, that thing is right there looking at me. And I was like, do I shoot this thing?
I've seen them stuffed, but
yeah,
you can't pull out your phone and look up TWRA seasons.
No, not in that moment. And I don't even know if I had a phone on me at that time, 13 years ago. I don't know.
Great point.
Probably didn't have it in my pocket.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there going, and then I finally decided, okay, I'm going to shoot this thing.
No, you didn't.
I did. And I raised up my gun, and he took off.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, and then I looked it up later, and I think the rule is if you feel like you're in danger, you can shoot it. But otherwise, I don't think you can. And I didn't feel, I mean, it was definitely weird, but I didn't feel like he wasn't like growling or moving towards me or anything. So I don't know.
So they apply the same rules of humans to bobcats. Like if you're about to die, then you can use lethal force.
That's what I think. Yeah.
So he'd have to be like mauling you or something.
Or at least
coming at you.
Aggressive. Like me going, oh man, I feel like this cat's
and he's not leaving.
Yeah. But man, he moved on pretty quick.
I think they're beautiful, man.
They're gorgeous.
They're amazing.
Gorgeous. I just couldn't believe it was that close to me.
I can't either.
It was so close.
He wasn't really scared of you.
No. Now, I don't know if he popped around something and thought, okay, that's not a turkey.
That's definitely not,
definitely not a turkey.
Different kind of turkey.
Yeah.
Great story, dude.
Yeah, but it was great. We got a couple rooster pheasants. He decided to keep one. We're going to get it mounted for him. It was a big old rooster, man. Long tail, beautiful birds.
I think they're the prettiest thing you can hunt.
Dude, these were big.
Yeah.
Big pheasant. I don't remember them being that big.
Yeah.
Because quail are much smaller.
Yeah,
but even the quail out there, I think were bigger. But I don't think they're not wild. He said they bring them in, and they'll release them on the land. And
some are more spry than others. Some get up and really go like a wild bird. Some of them are like, what am I doing?
We did it was quite breezy, gust like 20, 25 that day. So, man, every now and then you would just know. You'd be standing, your winds in your face. You're like, they're going to go that way.
Oh, yeah.
We'd be ready. And,
yeah,
we probably killed 18 birds in a couple hours. Yeah, it was fun. A lot of fun. Got them sitting in the freezer. Going to cook them up.
That's great, man.
Guy told me chucker is the best eating. I've never had one.
Huh.
He said that's by far his absolute favorite.
Okay. Never had one.
You've never had chucker?
They're like a medium bird, size-wise.
Yeah.
A little bigger than a quail.
Yeah. That's what these were. I don't know.
They're kind of like the prized possession, too. If you see one, you're like, oh, it's a chucker. Because most of them are quail.
Yep.
But I don't know how many they planted or whatever.
I gave Wilbur a pocket knife when we were up there.
I like that milestone.
Yep.
Had knives?
He's had knives, but like really
not like from Dad.
Yeah, and the knives that he's had have been kind of like, oh, I pick them up at I picked this one up with my grandfather at a yard sale or something. Just a real kind of inexpensive, And this wasn't a crazy knife, but I gave our 17-year-old one when he was 14, and I'll give our 8-year-old one when he turns 14 or 13, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But it's a really great. It's made in the USA. It's a buck knife. It's the Spitfire, which is kind of their entry level locking, flip.
Blade.
It's got a clip on the side, so and he really liked it. I thought we would be able to clean the birds with our knives, but then he was like, "No, you really need shears." And so we were like,
"Okay,
all right." He said, "Well, I can clean them for you." Okay, great. So they cleaned them.
Yeah.
So they're ready to go.
I've started. I'm on a trial run right now with a knife.
Okay.
I've always wanted one that you can put on your belt that is long ways, that has a sheath.
Interesting. Okay.
It's real.
So it's a fixed blade.
It's a fixed blade.
Are you wearing it right now?
I am wearing it right now.
Oh, you got to show
I just want to be, I can't wait. I cannot wait for the first person who's like, "You might get a knife?" You're standing around with a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
"You might get a knife?"
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I got one.
And it's...
She got nervous.
I'm so sorry. Lay down. You lay down. Sorry about that. Everybody gets nervous when I pull a knife out. But yeah, it's a fixed blade. Got a little, thing in there.
So you
I just like the
horizontally?
idea. Horizontal.
Interesting. So you
down,
grab it right there?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like right in front right here.
Oh, okay.
I mean, real street style.
So you can just pull it out like you're wearing it. What is that? What's that called when you carry your pistol on the front like that? What's that called?
Dangerous.
No, but it's something. I can't do it.
It's called something. I forget.
What is the name for that?
I forget. But anyways, it's my new experiment. So yeah, it goes here and it clips down like this.
Oh my goodness!
So that you can you can put it on your back. You can do whatever. But I'm trying it out. It also has this like fire. I mean, it's. Oh, excuse me.
What on
Here's
earth?
what happened.
Yeah,
I got my REI.
A decision was made here.
I got my REI membership. You get 10%.
You have an REI membership. I didn't even know they did memberships.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my feet up today.
Do that. I love it.
I have an REI membership. You get 10% back on whatever you purchase. So when that I don't know what they call it. When that comes in the mail once a year,
yeah,
it burns a hole in my pocket. I'm just like I gotta go on the REI's website.
You use the top?
I use the blade.
You actually do the blade
and
straight
angle
or
it
angle?
And just put pressure and go. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, if I ever have to use that, then we're all in trouble. But it came with it, so I said sure. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm so curious about this decision because this is a very intentional.
Well, you know me by now. I am very analytical, gear, everything's measured. I want to have this perfect system. I need a system for everything. And my system of clipping it on my pocket never worked. I couldn't do it.
This is fascinating. You become more and more fascinating.
Man, I'm glad I said that today.
I mean,
so Wilbur got a knife, and I bought me one off my little rebate thing.
I do like the feel of it.
Doesn't that feel good?
It does.
I feel safe with it because of that index hold.
Yeah. It feels sturdy. It's full tang, like it's well made.
Oh yeah, it goes all the way through. Yeah, I mean it's China, whatever.
But I wonder. Yeah, I'm really curious about this.
I'll keep you updated.
How long have you been carrying it?
Just this week.
Okay, you like it so far though? It doesn't bother you?
It digs into my love handles. Mm-hmm. So I don't know where I'm going to put it on my belt.
And it makes you feel guilty, and you're like,
gosh,
oh, crap.
I'm like, that's digging real bad. Thank you.
I'm just gonna set it right there.
I'm not going to carry it right there this whole time. Now I got it. Okay. So
I think this will be interesting. Here's how this came up, because we're going to talk about obituaries today.
Yes.
Obituaries.
I mean, what an absolute random thing to say.
It is, but I think it's...
I think it'll make sense, though.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, dude, But as I was reading through them, because here's how it came up. We had a friend who texted us earlier this week, and who sent us a local obituary.
Yes.
So here in the local paper, in the local paper here in Williamson County, Leroy Nevels. I'm not going to say his nickname yet.
Okay.
But Leroy Nevels, it says, received his wings on Thursday, March 13th, 2025, at his residence in Franklin, Tennessee. So he sent us this because Leroy's got an interesting nickname.
Very interesting. That was in the, as his nickname basically is his name because it's in the title.
So it's in parentheses, Leroy Coondick
Nevels.
Nevels.
Hold on. It is not in parentheses. It is in quotes.
It's in quotes. Yeah,
I mean, it is like,
sorry. Yeah.
It's his designated name.
People wanted
just call
everyone else to know that Leroy went by Coondick.
Yeah.
And when we got that, there was a lot of laughter.
There was.
Because
and a lot of questions.
Yes.
And a lot of stories that made me want to know him.
Yeah.
One more conversation with Coondick would have explained it.
Maybe maybe we should have somebody who knew Coondick come on and talk about him.
If we had a family member,
dude, we could get.
I think that would be great.
Like Coondick's cousin. Here's the thing. Because one other thing when I read it this morning, because I wanted to refresh my memory. So I read his full obituary.
Okay.
And I also caught this. By the way, he had 16 grandchildren and 6 great-grandchildren.
Gosh.
Now, that's a life. Two things that I noticed other than the obvious Coondick nickname, which I think is one of the greatest things I've ever read.
Phenomenal.
This said he had 16 grandchildren, and then it said devoted grandchild, Kalia.
Oh, I ran into this a lot in my research.
So I'm curious, why does one grandchild get called out as devoted?
Out of the 16.
He had 16.
But
only one is mentioned as devoted grandchild, Kalia. I think I'm saying Kalia. Kahlia. Kalia. So I'm curious why one is called out as being devoted.
She might have written it.
Maybe.
Maybe. And you know what? She's devoted.
And then it says 6 great-grandchildren. Then it says devoted cousin, Willie B. Cricket Nevels. So that's devoted cousin also has a nickname. Cricket.
We got to have Cricket. We got to find Cricket.
We got to find Cricket.
We got to.
We need to find Cricket on and talk about Coondick.
And just tell stories of Coondick.
Yes.
Maybe Coondick and Cricket stories.
Dude, I mean, you got to imagine Cricket and Coondick went fishing, hunting together.
So he was devoted too?
He's devoted.
Same word for...
Yes. The devoted cousin, Willie B. Cricket Nevels.
Okay.
So I'm curious about this whole devoted thing. Like
I am too. When I was going through obituaries, I started to realize that a lot of people are working stuff out through it. They'll choose to work out their like issues or whatever it is with the family member, and that's a slight one. That's just a little nod of the hat brim of devoted.
Yeah,
some of them were.
But then
So that said, you know what? I think that's a great episode for us to find some noteworthy obituaries out there.
Dude, they are everywhere. I had never really dug into this before, but I probably have read 2 or 3 dozen obituaries in the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
And some of them are train wrecks. Some of them are hysterical. Some of them are
cringe.
Yes,
I had a lot of cringe.
Yep, a lot of that.
Oh man.
So we thought it'd be funny, like, to share some of the funnier ones or the more interesting ones that we found.
Yeah.
But did you, as you were doing this, did you think at all about what you want your obituary to sound like?
A little bit, yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too. I was going like, oh man,
It's such a format because it's when and if you kind of explain how at all, long battle of whatever.
Yep.
And then here's your whole family, and then you've got the donations, right? And
in lieu of or something like that.
There's some great finishers on the donations part that I found.
Yep.
But I don't really know where to, I don't read them anymore.
I don't either. I can't tell you
I don't ever
last time
see
I
them.
read one. Yeah.
Who
reads them?
Well, apparently our friend does.
Oh, well, yes, but I wonder.
But he's couch ridden right now.
Yes, but I wonder if someone else didn't see that and go, "Oh my goodness, Coon Dick, I gotta send this to so and so." I gotta send this just the way.
Yeah, what a legend!
I've sent it to other people. I would think that kind of thing just makes the rounds.
What a legend!
Oh my goodness!
And he has a bear claw necklace. I mean, it's a picture of him with a bear claw necklace in a rocking chair.
Yeah, he looked like a sweet man.
I wished he could have been on our podcast before he got his wings.
Here he is, Leroy Coon Dick Nevels.
So, this is kind of be the same thing. We're just going to kind of go back and forth. And I'm nervous today.
Why?
Well, we're talking about
people who have passed on.
People have passed on. And we're getting a little kick out of it, a little poke in the side.
Yeah, you don't want to offend anybody.
And at the same, and also, they might just flop. Like, you may not laugh at these.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I hope you do.
Here's the thing. I can say, at least for all the ones that I have here, you can tell someone wanted people to
get
laugh.
That reaction. Yeah.
People, whoever wrote these wanted us to get amusement.
That's right.
And find the humor in them. So I don't think we're...
Yeah, we're all in good company.
Yeah, we're not making fun of people. We're just like, man, these are really interesting and funny, and
My first one is actually a cartoon that because it goes along with turkey hunting, and it's these two turkeys, and one of them's reading the newspaper, and he's clearly looking at the obituaries, and he's talking to this other turkey sitting up against the barn, and he's like, "My goodness, just look at the obituaries. Why there must have been thousands and thousands of them again." And then the other one sitting against the barn is like, "Gosh, it always seems to happen just before the holidays." Okay.
Dude, I'm a little bit shocked right now.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about obituaries. You brought up a cartoon.
I did.
Of two turkeys.
There's a turkey reading in the obituaries.
Getting killed right before Thanksgiving.
There must be thousands of them. It always seems to happen just before the holidays. Oh, it's good. It's better if you look at it. Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm going to share one with you.
Cringeworthy.
Okay. I'm going to share one with you. And I kind of highlighted some of the things because, some of these are long and you're like, oh man. This is a lady named Antonia LaRue in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. She went by the name Tony. That was her nickname. Antonia went by Tony.
Wow.
And the opening line says, "Waffle House lost a loyal customer on April 30th, 2013. And dude, that hooked me right off the bat.
You love Waffle House.
I love it.
That might be why you were thinking about yours.
Honestly, I was like,
that's not bad.
Man, it's not bad. It's not bad. Dude, then it goes on to, say how she died. She battled many illnesses. It says she had previously conquered polio as a child, contributing to her unusually petite ankles.
What? Wow.
And the nickname...
Well done, Tony.
And the nickname, Polio Legs, was given to her by her ex-husband...
No, this is
Jean F. Leroux Jr.
Oh, they're French.
And then it said, it should not be difficult to imagine the multiple reasons for their divorce 35 years ago. Because he gave his wife the nickname Polio Legs.
I don't know if I can top that. I mean, you started with a strong one.
This keeps going. Oh. It keeps going. There was so much in this one.
Polio Legs.
So I just highlighted a few other things. Like it said, Tony often remarked that her son, Jean III, was, quote, just like his father, her ex-husband.
See, here we go. Family dynamics coming out.
A statement that haunts her son to this day.
gosh. There it is.
Her favorite activity was sipping hot tea on her back porch with friends seated around her porch ensemble from Dollar General.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Simple living.
And then it says her memorial service will be led by Reverend Kurt Moore of Orlando, Florida, a questionable choice for any spiritual event, but one the family felt would be appropriate due to the fact that every time Tony heard Kurt preach, she prayed for Jesus to return at that very moment. So obviously she hated hearing that dude preach.
What a amazing write-up.
Yeah.
I just wonder who authored these.
I know. I wish they would tell us, like, hey, this was written by
her sister
or somebody, you know. I would love to know that. So rest in peace, Tony. She's been gone many years now, but she was a loyal Waffle House customer.
John E. Jack Jones.
Okay.
Of Glenside. November 3rd. He was 64, son of Bernadette. Goes through the family. He's also survived by his niece. There's no devoted stuff in here. He enjoyed cars and IndyCar racing and was a great movie trivia buff. He was a veteran of the U.S. Navy. In lieu of flowers and in his honor, go see the new James Bond movie. That's it. That's how it ends. That's the end. Oh.
In lieu of flowers.
That's what do you think he said that? I must know him so well.
I mean, you got to be a dedicated movie fanatic.
Oh man.
If you're like, hey, don't send flowers. Just go see the new James Bond movie.
A big movie.
Dude, that's
fanatic.
That one caught me off guard because I was like,
where's it going to go?
Yeah,
you never know.
I'm going to tell you about Renee Corin of El Paso, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
The opening line says, Renee was a plus-sized Jewish lady redneck who died in El Paso on Saturday. The body, fertile, red-headed matriarch of a sprawling Jewish-Mexican redneck American family has kicked it.
That cannot be true.
Dude, I looked all these up. Yes.
That is so many.
So it says she kicked
ethnic descriptors and physical descriptions.
Yes. It says this was not good news to Renee's many surviving children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, many of whom she even knew, and in her own way loved. Many of whom.
But in her own way.
But I just thought it was funny. Many of whom she even knew. So, yeah.
Yeah, maybe some that she didn't.
Then it says, there will be much mourning in the many glamorous locales that Renee went bankrupt in.
Jeez.
McKeesport, Pennsylvania, Renee's birthplace and where she first fell in love with ham and atheism.
No.
Yes. Fayetteville and Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, where Renee's dreams, credit rating, and marriage are all buried. Where her dreams, credit rating, and marriage are all buried. And, of course, Miami, Florida, where Renee's parents, uncles, aunts, and eternal hopes of all Miami Dolphins fans everywhere are all buried pretty deep. Renee was preceded in death by Don Shula.
The coach?
The coach.
Somebody is really witty. Like
yes.
That is really
definitely on purpose.
It's tough for me to get through, but that's a really good creative writing piece right there.
Here's the last line. Yes, Renee.
Oh, it's not done.
No, this is the last line. Yes, Renee lied a lot, but on the plus side, she didn't cook, she didn't clean, and she was lousy with money.
Gosh. What an honor.
And there was a lot of other detail in this one, but it was like, this was a really long one.
Oh, wow. What a piece of writing.
Yes.
Renee, she's in like a wild woman.
God bless you, Renee.
This is Stephanie, Stefhann. It's like Stefan, no, Stef, and then Hanny. I mean, I've never seen Stephanie before.
Pause.
Yeah.
One of my biggest pet peeves
Uh-oh.
is when people, no, not about you, when people have their names spelled out in the most ridiculous ways. I want to grab that person's parents and go, what on earth were you thinking?
You sent them into a lifetime of, no, it's actually STF.
No. Yes.
Stephanie.
And it could be such easy names like Lacey.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's 7 million ways.
But it to me is like
L-A-C-Y.
It's L-A-Y-C-E-I-G-H-E. Lacey. No.
Have you ever listened to gosh, what's the comedian's name? It'll come to me later. But what is his name? Brian Regan.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard the one about the Carolyn?
No.
And how to spell his name?
No.
I'll play it for you later. It'll make you laugh. Passed away peacefully. She passed of natural causes, but as we see it, she was just tired of everyone's She left behind a hell of a lot of stuff to her sisters and friends who have no idea what to do with any of it. That's real talk.
Yeah.
We ask that you wait the appropriate amount of time to get in touch. Tomorrow would be fine. This is not an ad for a pawn shop, but an obituary for a great woman, sister, cousin, mother, friend.
I read this one. Yeah.
You don't have it, do you?
Nope.
Didn't pass the cut.
I mean, there were just so many. There were so many great ones.
The daughter of blah, 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 of whom we assume were waiting with open arms for the coming of their youngest child. She leaves behind a dysfunctional family. I mean...
a dysfunctional family?
Just crazy. I'll leave that one there.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, I got a great one next.
Dude.
I've got... how many do you have?
I pulled out 6 of my favorites.
Okay.
I think I've done 2 of them. Yeah, I've done 2 of them.
Let me do one more.
Yeah.
I want to keep even. All right, I'm going to turn this guy. Bill Eves. Man, he was born in 1937. He was a big dude. Long time. Saturday, February, this company named stock price fell sharply on the news of Bill Eves' passing. Senior executives called an emergency meeting to brace for the impact of the anticipated drop in sales. As a highly regarded principal of 33 years, the separate school board, he created many fond memories for staff, students, and family. After his retirement, he pursued some of his many hobbies, including cooking, carpentry, gardening, and sending daily joke emails to family and friends. Perhaps most important to Bill was educating people on the dangers of holding in your farts. Sadly, he was unable to attain his lifelong goal of catching his beloved wife Judy cutting the cheese or playing the bum trumpet, which he likened to a mythical rarity, like spotting Bigfoot or a unicorn.
See, dude,
who can come up with that stuff?
And part of me goes, is any of this true? Or is this just like his buddies who go, like I saw an Instagram video the other day that a dude said, if you're one of my buddies, I promise you, when you die, I'm going to hire a gay actor to speak at your funeral and swear that the two of you had an affair. And I go, is this just somebody, what's his name?
It Bill? Could be Bill, yeah.
Is this Bill's buddies who just go,
let's get together and just do this, yeah.
Let's just do something crazy.
Sorry, Judy.
Yeah. And
probably,
none of this is true.
He also mastered the art of swearing while being spattered by grease cooking his famous wings. In fact, he wove tapestry of obscenities that still hangs over the greater Kingston area.
He wove tapestry of obscenities.
Ah, God, it's good.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
I would love to know, is that real? Like, was he really that kind of guy?
I want you to see the picture of Bill.
Oh, my goodness.
That's the one they put on there.
I can't wait to put that up on this. We're going to have screenshots of these people.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, be good.
I'm going to tell you about Betty Jo Passmore.
Oh, your names are awesome.
Yeah, Betty Jo lived in Tampa, Florida. She died when she was 79. She was the beloved wife and mother extraordinaire. Ended her battle with ovarian cancer on September 29th, 2014. Originally from Tennessee, she resided in Tampa for 63 years, where she fostered a lifelong interest in mystery novels and dark chocolate.
Wait, lifelong?
Yeah. She fostered a lifelong interest in mystery novels and dark chocolate. She is survived by her husband, George, of 61 years.
Wow.
And then in quotations it says, or no, in parentheses it says, who prefers Westerns and butter pecan.
Not so much the dark chocolate.
So she loved mystery novels, dark chocolate.
And he's more of
George
a Western guy.
is more of a Western guy and butter pecan. A memorial service will be held at the First Church of God, which she has attended for 60 years in spite of the inclusion of praise music in their AV presentations.
No.
Yeah. So she didn't like praise music.
She really had to get over that screen.
Betty Jo did not like praise music, but she went to that church in spite of that.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
One of my shorter ones.
There may not be more of a simple couple out there.
Yeah. Westerns, mystery novels, dark chocolate,
Couple
butter
of
pecan.
Sweets, and that's about as complicated as it gets.
Gosh, married for
61 years, and your biggest disagreement is dark chocolate.
Yep, or butter pecan.
Whew. This is so random. And I'll move through this real quick. Stephen Merrill, Winter Haven, passed away due to an uppercut from Batman. It's got a picture and everything. I mean, it's like real.
What do you mean it's got a picture?
It's like a real newspaper clipping.
Oh, okay.
He really
I thought
died
you had a picture of him getting punched by Batman.
Oh, that would be...
Yes.
That'd be definitely viral worthy.
That's all it says?
Well, it's a clip, so I might have kept going, but that's the only thing that I could capture.
Yeah.
Let's see. You go next.
Jan Lois Lynch. This is my only... I tried to pick people from the South.
Oh, okay.
Because for whatever reason, I don't know.
I didn't really read where they're from. That's
good for you. I tried to do that, but this one I couldn't pass up. She was from Evansville, Indiana. Not too far away.
Almost south.
Jan Lois Lynch of Evansville, Indiana, and a native of Boston, Massachusetts, passed away on October 18th, 2018. Then this is the line that got me. Her sudden and untimely death came as quite a shock, as she was only diagnosed with advanced COPD, which is chronic, I had to look it up, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Mm-hmm. So she was only diagnosed with advanced COPD, advanced emphysema, advanced heart disease, cystic fibrosis, chronic bronchitis, stroke.
This is not...
extreme stubbornness, and restless leg syndrome.
Oh my God.
We're shocked she's not here.
She's absolutely shocked. What a lineup.
Apparently
what is her name?
Jan Lynch
is a machine.
Yes. Jan apparently battled a lot of different things, including being stubborn and having restless leg syndrome. You ever have restless leg syndrome?
Sometimes at night.
Yeah. What is it?
Fidgety.
I've tried to look it up. I don't feel like people know what it is. But there's just like this feeling of like, oh man, I gotta stretch them. I gotta keep moving. You know. Then it.
I can see why that would that would send you to heaven though. After that list of things that you're battling.
Yeah. The last part, it did say Jan is survived by her 4 loving sons and 8 grandchildren, whom she loved more than anything else in the world except cold Budweiser, room temperature Budweiser, cigarettes, dogs, mopeds, grouper sandwiches.
Oh, absolutely not.
The beach, Sunday night football, Monday night football, and then these were my 2 favorite, the OJ chase and the OJ trial.
She did not like those things?
She did. She loved
those are her thing.
She loved her children and grandchildren more than anything else in the world, except for these things.
Except
for cold Budweiser and room temp Budweiser and the OJ trial.
See.
And a few other things.
That's funny.
Yeah, and I feel like that's somebody intentionally going like, okay, we're going to be humorous about this. Mom passing away, which I can appreciate. I got my favorite one coming up.
I can't wait, dude.
I got my favorite one coming up. I must say,
Marianne Alfred Nolan faced the prospect of voting for either Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton.
I read this one too. I almost put it down.
She chose instead to pass into the eternal love of God on Sunday.
Amen.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Oh gosh, this is good. Carol Scarcella, Lackawanna, New York. Lackawanna. Entered into rest. 2020, beloved mother of these people, preceded by these people, survived by these people. 5 things about Carol. 1, she loved to read. Her favorite author was Stephen King. She had a private library of hundreds of books. Number 2, she loved to smoke. She smoked millions of cigarettes.
Good gracious.
Number 3, she loved slot machines and Facebook games. She never won millions, but she had the biggest farm in all of Farmville, and made it to the millionth level on Candy Crush. Number 4, she was an avid sports fan. She loved the New York Yankees and LeBron James, and she hated Tom Brady. Hated is in all caps. Number 5, when her children were growing up, she was involved with her PTA, coached teams, volunteered. She was a mother. Blah, blah, blah.
Man, what was her name again?
Carol.
Carol sounds like a delight.
Yeah, wow.
Carol played a lot of phone games.
Yeah, a lot of Facebook games.
Smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Smoked a lot. Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
She was a simple woman with simple tastes.
Okay.
Harry Weathersby Stamps. What a name.
What a great name.
Harry Weathersby Stamps.
Is Weathersby a gun? Is that a gun manufacturer?
So. Yeah, I think so. Harry lived in Long Beach, Mississippi. He passed away in March of 2013. He considered himself a foodie. He loved food, loved eating. It says, dude.
I'm already laughing. I don't know why.
They include this in the obituary. For his signature bacon and tomato sandwich, he procured 100% all-white bunny bread from Georgia, Blue Plate mayonnaise from New Orleans, Sours black pepper from Virginia, homegrown tomatoes from outside Oxford, and Tennessee's Benton's bacon from his Bacon of the Month subscription.
Amen to the Benton's bacon, dude.
I want to eat that sandwich.
That's a great sandwich. He sourced it.
I want to eat that sandwich right now.
I like that guy.
It says he had a lifelong love affair with deviled eggs, lane cakes, which have you ever had a lane cake?
No. This guy is a foodie. He's spot on so far.
Which is interesting. I'm pretty sure lane cakes come from, it was a little town, Dothan, Alabama. I'm pretty sure that's where lane cakes are from.
Pretty close.
Boiled peanuts, Vienna sausages on saltines.
Wow.
His homemade canned fig preserves, pork chops, turnip greens, and buttermilk served in, what do you think he drank buttermilk out of?
A ball jar.
A martini glass. It says, and buttermilk served in martini glasses, garnished with cornbread.
What?
Yes.
This is crazy.
And then it does say here, a few more things about Harry. He despised phonies. His 1969 Volvo.
Oh, gosh.
Know-it-all Yankees.
Come on.
Southerners who use the words veranda and pork cochere to put on airs. Eating grape leaves. Law and Order, all franchises, in parentheses.
All franchises. Yeah, no.
Cats and Martha Stewart. He despised those things.
Gosh, that's a list.
He particularly hated daylight savings time, which he referred to as the devil's time.
Oh.
It is not lost on his family that he died the very day that he would have had to spring his clock forward. This can only be viewed as his final protest. The family asks that in honor of Harry, you write your local congressman and ask for the repeal of daylight savings time.
No.
Harry wanted everyone to get back on the Lord's time.
No.
Yes, that's what it says.
Is that the end?
That's the end.
So
it ends that way.
The writer builds that up to make a lobbyist plea.
Yes.
To get rid
of everything else.
And all the food, we ended on getting rid of daylight savings.
Yes.
Which just happened.
Yeah, he apparently hated daylight savings.
That's a fascinating read. I do like that one.
Yeah.
Because I would have never said, you know where this is going to go. Daylight savings, write your congressman.
I did think this was kind of cute. It said he took extreme pride in his 2 grandchildren, Harper and William. They lived in Dallas, for whom he would crow like a rooster on their phone calls. Can you imagine being a grandpa who gets on the phone with his grandchildren and, like, they think it's hysterical?
Yeah.
Grandpa's crowing like a rooster.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool. I like that. I would love to have met Harry.
I think he's a good hang.
I think we probably
a buttermilk martini.
Buttermilk martini.
Cornbread.
With his signature. Golly, dude.
If you do that again, I think people are going to turn this off.
I'm sorry. With his signature bacon and tomato sandwich. I only have one more. I've saved my favorite for the last.
Okay. Chan Holcomb, 72, Fort Smith, 2011. Was born in July of 39.
Golly.
In a log cabin in Bates and was circumcised with his dad's pocket knife. He loved fish and caught a lot of crappie.
He was circumcised
by his dad's pocket knife.
That cannot be real.
It says
I don't know.
It's a death notice. It's not really an obituary.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
1939.
A lot of very specific details in there of cities and dates.
Yep.
And I think Chan probably did.
Yeah, 1939. Can you imagine using that knife right there?
Nope.
Oh, my goodness.
No, dude, never.
Oh.
Lauren G. Sam Lichtig.
That's his name?
Yep.
Lichtig?
Lichtig. Let's just call him Sam.
Okay.
November of 2012. Complications of MS and heartbreaking disappointment by the Kansas City Chiefs football team.
I saw a lot of football team references when I was reading these.
Wow. A lot of heartbreaking disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
He died of complications from MS and heartbreaking disappointment caused by the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. A lot of that.
Oh.
I saw a lot of Cleveland Browns stuff.
Oh, did you see that one? I'll read it.
I probably saw 4 or 5 of them that had Cleveland Browns.
I found that one. It says the guy's obituary says he respectfully requests 6 Cleveland Browns pallbearers so the Browns can let him down one last time.
Yeah.
That's good.
Just getting a jab in there.
I like that.
I'm going to read you my favorite one.
I can't wait.
Okay. This is a guy named James Lovelace.
Lovelace
from
Cafe.
Somerset, Kentucky. It says he was born and raised in Kentucky in 1963, a state that has been recently leaning towards more liberal values.
That's the opener?
That's the opener. Jamie, I guess that was his name. It says Jamie, but his name is James in the title.
Go Jamie.
Jamie, a divorcee, father, grandfather, and proud owner of a few lots in the trailer park, had enough and up and died on us. June 14th. It says he was a gluttonous eater of fried foods and snack cakes, as well as the occasional chili cheese dog. James tried in vain to give up the ghost by clogging his arteries and having a stroke back in 2015. He didn't die though until
he didn't
die until later. His twin boys, Rocky and Rodney, had other plans and made him go to the hospital. While waiting in the ER at the hospital, he was heard saying, "Let's make a break for it," only to be heard by one of the hospital staff and forced to go through the procedure.
Oh, no.
On many occasions in life, James was seen in his backyard at the trailer park during the early hours of the morning, hammering beers, standing over country-style ribs and yelling, "It's got a head like a cat on it." While nearby neighbors would peek out their windows bearing looks of disgust and amazement as his party guests were slurring remarks about needing to speed up his cooking style. Quote, "We've been here since 5 o'clock, they would say. I've got work in the morning."
This is so detailed.
We don't know if he was married. Dude, I'm sorry. We don't know if he was married, but he was definitely a ladies' man. There was Kathy, Mary Lou, Tammy, Deborah, Carrie, Tina, etc., etc.
Good gosh. We don't know if he was married.
It's the bones, he would say, as he proudly pointed to his skinny, pasty white legs. Quote, women love a good shin. Women love a good shin. He leaves behind his second favorite son, Rocky, and his favorite son, Rodney. So it goes on to say, an unofficial daughter, Melissa Coy Vance of Trailer Park, as well as a pair of old boxers, which have, quote, Buttweiser, the king of rears, printed on them.
No, it's not.
It's what it says.
No, it's not.
So he leaves behind
That's
his
what
family,
he leaves behind.
as well as a pair of old boxers that say, Buttweiser, the king of rears. And then the last line, he will be moderately missed.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That was my favorite one I found.
I like that, the ending.
Rest in peace, James Lovelace of Somerset, Kentucky. Do you think we'll get hate? Are people going to get angry?
I don't know. I was thinking about just doing first names only, but it's public.
Yeah, I know.
It's public info.
And I just feel like, again, most of these, I feel like were intentionally written.
I'd be honored if that was my obituary,
Yes,
and it was revisited on a podcast as big as ours.
It's huge.
Massive.
Huge
audience. Mr. Donald died at the age of 78. Rome, Georgia, I think. Following a brief illness. Memorial service. The family received friends. In lieu of flowers, the family respectfully asked that the donations be sent to the American Cancer Society or to the campaign of whoever is running against President Barack Obama in 2012. A complete obituary will be published in Thursday's Rome News Tribune.
He did not like Barack.
That was like the pre.
Yeah.
Like, we're just going to give you the most important information.
That's the teaser.
Yeah. And the most important thing that they wanted you to know is that Mr. Donald Charles Unsworth wanted to send your donations to the...
Whoever's running against Barack.
Yeah. Here's a little clip of one. Said, when he died, the cancer died, so technically it was a tie. I've never heard that before. He was ready to meet his maker. We're just not sure if the maker is ready to meet Tim. His name. Good luck, God! ! We are considering establishing a GoFundMe account for G. Heilman Brewing Company, the brewers of old-style beer, as we anticipate they are about to experience significant hardship as a result of the loss of Tim's business.
So he liked old-style beer.
Yep.
Golly.
I've got...
June's falling asleep.
I've got two more. The last one is the obituary... I'll save it. Ray, 68, of somewhere, they marked it out, died March 2018 in his home. Although he was single at the time of death, he married 3 times until he realized he was not husband material. It's real.
It's not husband material.
He would argue that his ex-wives were crazy, but it's likely that he made them that way. All right. This is just here's a cringy, punny one.
Yeah.
It's in loving memory of the Pillsbury Doughboy.
So this isn't even real.
No. Did you see this one?
No.
You ready? I don't know if you're ready. He died yesterday of a yeast infection. and complications from repeated pokes in the belly. He was 71. Doughboy was buried in a lightly greased coffin. Dozens of celebrities turned out to pay their respects, including Mrs. Buttersworth, Hungry Jack, the California Raisins, Betty Crocker, the Hostess Twinkies, and Captain Crunch. He came to the funeral. The gravesite was piled high with flowers. Aunt Jemima delivered the eulogy.
How is flower spelled?
Oh, definitely Flours. Aunt Jemima delivered the eulogy and lovingly described Doughboy as a man who never knew how much he was needed. Doughboy rose quickly in show business, but his later life was filled with turnovers. He was not considered a very smart cookie, wasting much of his dough on half-baked schemes.
Oh my gosh!
All right, I'm almost done.
That one keeps going.
Despite being a little flaky at times, he still, as a crusty old man, was considered a role model for millions.
A role model.
Toward the end, it was thought he would rise again, but alas, he remained unleavened. You ready for this? You want to know who he's survived by? His wife, Play-Doh. 3 children, John Doe, Jane Doe, and Dildo. Plus, they had one in the oven. They had one in the oven, too. He is also survived by his elderly father, Pop Tart. Okay. Oh, man.
The Pillsbury Doughboy.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
We need to move on to the mailbag real quick, but that is good, right?
I have tears in my eyes.
Did you like that one?
Oh, my goodness.
That was a lot. There's a lot in there.
I think, though, that's my favorite of all of them.
Really?
I do.
He was 71.
And it makes me wonder, like, who else, what other fictional characters could you write
Oh, yeah.
for?
Yeah. Fictional obituary characters.
Yes.
I don't think he's dead. I mean, clearly.
No, I mean,
I'm eating cinnamon rolls once every Saturday morning.
Can you remember the last time you saw him, though?
I haven't seen him in a while.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you think they got rid of him?
I think they got rid of him.
Culturally? Or just a brand move?
I don't know. I'd have
come to think of it, I don't think he's on the front of the cinnamon rolls anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Where's he been?
Crescent rolls, isn't it?
I had not thought about him in a long, long time.
Well, now you did. All right, let's move on to the mailbag.
June really liked that one.
That was a good one. She loves some Pillsbury product.
She blends right in with that chair.
Isn't it great? She's kind of getting restless. Is this the name? C9.101?
Yeah, some people don't put their names, so it's just like a username.
It's like a number, though. It's interesting. Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
Favorite fast food?
Oh, man, this is a problem.
This is a problem because
This is a problem.
a great segue from Pillsbury, though. Mine might shock you.
Because you're going to be like Taco Bell or something.
No, she's a Taco Bell fanatic. You can't beat an Arby's roast beef with curly fries. I knew it. I knew you would not go there. You wouldn't go there with me.
It's funny, though, because
When was the last time you went to Arby's?
Oh, I mean, it's funny. I know.
Beef and cheddar?
I know the last time I was at Arby's.
Oh, no. That's not
I know
good.
exactly the last time I was at Arby's.
That's not good.
And it's funny because it was with your father-in-law.
No, you went
That's
to
the
Arby's?
last time I was at Arby's.
Y'all went to Arby's?
Yes. We were playing golf at Sweetens Cove with 2 of our other friends, Bill and Joe.
Yeah.
In the height of COVID. It was like May of 2020.
Okay.
And we stopped off in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee.
Yep.
And we were all kind of hungry. And he whipped in an Arby's. That was the last time I had Arby's. 5 years ago.
And they were open?
They were open.
Like you walked in?
Yeah.
And...
No. Drive-through.
Oh, drive-through only?
Drive-through. And I am a big beef and cheddar guy.
Beef and cheddar, yeah.
I'm a beef and cheddar guy.
Love it.
I don't think I got the fries, but I totally remember the curly fries. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not normally the only place that I love the fast food fries, Chick-fil-A waffle fries.
Yeah.
That's my only one that I'm like, I love those fries.
Yeah, they're different. But that's why I thought the curly fries would really hook you.
I'm not like a spicy fry guy.
Yeah.
I don't like extra seasoning or things like that.
Oh, okay. Just give me some
not
salt.
my thing. Yeah.
All right.
Give me a good, crispy, regular salt fry.
Yeah. I'm in on that.
But I do, I grew up, I mean, Kimberly and I went on a ton of, teenage dates at the Arby's. Springfield, Tennessee, and we were, big beef and cheddar. Or is it called a big beef and cheddar or just a beef and cheddar?
Just a beef and cheddar.
Just a beef and cheddar. And then do they still have the horsey sauce?
Yeah. Oh. That's the only reason I really go.
Yes, you got to add the
extra
Arby's sauce, extra horsey sauce.
Yeah.
On the beef.
Okay, so you can get there.
Oh yeah.
Not your favorite.
No, yeah, I mean, it's been 5 years.
You're starving and you're driving down I-40. What are you hunting for?
It's really hard for me to not do Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
It's really, really difficult.
Okay.
If I'm on a strip of anything and there are all the options there.
Yeah. Christian chicken.
I'm getting Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. You can't beat it.
Yeah. Now I'll tell you
from a service cleanness.
The one thing that I grew up eating them, and I would say once a year now.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Once a year now. This is gonna
be good. I hope it's what I'm thinking of. Oh. I hope it's what I'm thinking of.
What are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of like a White Castle or a Crystal.
It's exactly what I'm going to say. Crystals. Dude, once a year, and I've had to introduce all my kids to it.
Where are they? They're gone. Where do you go?
Well, there's one I pass by on the way home every day.
There's still a Crystal.
Literally, I'm like, nope, not today. Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. You're not getting me today.
Bro.
But once a year, I'll whip in there and get me
a sack full.
Nah.
You just bring home some to the kids.
Well,
no. But doesn't it feel good just to get a sack full for like $7?
I mean, here's the thing. I think Crystals should only be eaten in the car.
Agreed.
I don't think you get a sack full, take them home, spread them out on the table.
It doesn't taste?
No. You got to whip them out right there.
Yeah, right out of the bag.
They're hot and steamy.
In the box.
The buns are all squishy.
You going chick on me or just...
No. Yeah. My goodness, no. That is sacrilege.
Cheese?
Cheese. And here's my pro tip.
Okay.
Extra onions, extra mustard.
Oh, I didn't know that you could do that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, the mustard is the best. And the pickle.
Extra onion, extra mustard, cheese Crystals. And I'll get... I'm like a 4 guy max.
Yeah.
4.
And they get the big fries, like thicker fries, too.
I never get the fries.
Never get the fries. Just the Crystal.
Give me just a cheese Crystal, extra onion.
I grew up on Crystals.
Dude, me too.
So when I started seeing them kind of thin out, I was getting sad about it. I have never been to White Castle.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah, I'm loyal.
I don't think they have holes in them, don't they?
I've never seen one.
I think I remember that being like.
How do you have a burger with a hole in it?
I don't know. It beats me.
Like a donut burger?
Yeah, my dad was a contractor, so he would work on, like he might be, I'm going to be repainting this entire apartment complex for the next few, or whatever. He worked on that. And I would go help him in the summers. And dude, we would pound the fire out of Crystals. You're talking about like.
Oh, yeah.
How many is in a sack full?
12.
Oh.
Last I checked.
I'd eat 12 in a day. I'd eat 12 for lunch back then.
And you wouldn't even feel
summer,
it. You wouldn't feel it.
I would hammer 12 of those things.
Well, they're like they're bites.
Yeah, they're probably
2 bites.
I'm going to say 3.
2.5. Dude, they're so good. I'm so glad I could read your mind once a year. The once a year was a giveaway because you don't go to Crystal.
No.
You don't go to Crystal.
But I have introduced all my kids
regularly.
To it. All my kids have had it.
I don't think I've made it there yet. Yeah.
Just once.
When you're gonna roll your eyes. But when I am done and free of alpha-gal, you and me are going to get a sack full.
Dude, woof.
Okay?
We call them gut bombs.
Oh, there's a lot of names.
Because they will destroy you.
They're not good for you. Speaking of obituaries, it takes 10 years off your life.
You think?
No.
Not really, no.
No, but it's obituary worthy if that's what you dedicated your life to.
They're so good, dude.
That would be...
I think they're based...
I would die of restless leg syndrome and Crystals.
Are they out of Chattanooga? I think they are.
They're a Tennessee company.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I mean...
Go Vols.
That is... that was a staple of my childhood.
Well, I think that puts this episode in the books, man.
So good.
Great job. June, great job. You did a really good job.
June. You did great.
You don't have much to say. She didn't laugh one time.
Can she do tricks?
Tough audience. No, just manners.
Yeah.
She has no tricks, actually. Tricks are different than obedience.
Yeah, our kids are teaching our puppies tricks right now.
They're smart.
So
Your
one
German
of them,
Shepherd?
Yeah, one of them has learned. She will
shake?
absolutely shake on cue.
I like the shake.
Now they're teaching her how to roll over.
Okay.
And she's getting it. She's getting close.
That's fun. All right.
Special guest June.
Thanks for being here, and keep coming back.
Love it. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out the other videos on our channel, and make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos.
And if you're tired of seeing our faces talk, you can go the audio-only route and catch us on Apple and Spotify. If you do that, be sure to subscribe, give us a rating and a review so that we can reach more people.
See y'all next week.